do you know anything about sex?
A bit.
Where do you learn it from?
School. Primary school.
Primary school. So there was sex education in primary school.
Yeah.
So what did they teach you then?
Normal stuff that you usually do about sex.
For example?
Not so sure.
Okay. Do your parents talk to you about it?
Not often. But not really.
Okay, so what do you know about sex? Like, just tell me just some of the things that you know.
The reproductive system for a woman and a male.
Then they taught us got this girl. Her boyfriend started touching her, and then the girl went to tell this auntie, and then the boyfriend had stopped for a while.
Then what did the school teach you about like sexually transmitted disease and how to prevent things like that?
They don't teach. They don't teach. No.
What about your parents? Have they given you like a talk about these kind of things before? But do you think you need to know more at this age?
No. I don't preventing all this stuff, but not those. Yeah.
Did your teachers talk to you all about sex and what to do and what not to do?
No. Not at all.
Yeah.
But do you think that let's say people your age should learn about it?
Yeah.
Why do you think it's important to learn about it?
So you don't misuse it, like doing things that you're not supposed to do at your age.
So where do you get your sex education? Do your parents talk to you about it?
Sometimes.
So what did they tell you about it?
They tell me like now I'm still young, so you shouldn't do anything like mix around with girls or that.
Do you all know what a condom is?
I don't know.
So you were never taught. Do you know how a woman gets pregnant?
Yes, because in this time, one of our textbook they say the science.
Reproduction of women.
Yeah, we know a little bit.
Did your school teach you all like how to use a condom, for example?
No.
Okay. You do, but you know what it is, right?
Yeah.
So what is a condom used for?
To prevent AIDS, HIV.
Among boys, what do you talk about when you all talk about sex?
Sometimes.
Then talk about what? Is it something that's funny?
Yeah. Usually.
For example, what are some of the things your friends say?
I can't say. Sometimes it can be quite bad.
So cute.
Why are you all laughing?
The poor boy like you getting
Yeah,
grilled,
he was quite scared of me, I think. No, but then like I mentioned earlier, I find that the girls I spoke to, they were extremely sweet, but they seem to sex is a giggly subject to begin with, like we learned about it in primary 5, you know.
Yeah, a bit shy about it, a bit queasy about it. Yeah.
So do you think is there an age? I mean, like Divya mentioned earlier that they start teaching the reproductive systems at
primary 5
Primary
itself, in during science lesson. At that point of time, all the girls would be very shy, including I was also very shy at the first time. But as the years pass by and we move up to secondary school, they went in more detail, and that's when we overcome our shyness and all. Yeah.
So do you think primary 5 was a good age to teach you about your reproductive?
It was okay, but then it wasn't that very detailed. It was just an overall look only. So I don't think that it's a bad thing or what. I think it's okay to start with that age. Yeah.
Actually, it's a good thing that they present the reproductive system as part of the normal human system. I mean, it's no different from the digestive system. It's no different from the circulatory system. So they're actually just presenting the facts. So when they go up higher and they need to know more, they at least know what are the basic words, and they've already gotten over the giggling. Actually, I think giggling is all right because we tend to deal with things that we're not familiar with by laughter, and it's a good way. Of course, it wouldn't be good if you're 18 and you're still giggling about it.
I'm sure there are some.
Yeah.
I'm sure we have some of those everywhere. So, okay, on the subject of is primary school too young for sex education? How about you? What do you think, Jamie? Is it too young? Is it too much info, you think?
I don't think so. Like recently there's a video on YouTube about a boy being a father at 14 or 13. So I don't think it will be too young. Actually expose them to such stuff so that they have the mindset and like they won't do anything stupid knowing that such stuff actually exists.
No, but then at the age of like, let's say primary 5, I would expect a person to be very curious, right? So if you just teach them how the reproductive system works and how you get babies, and you don't tell them, you just teach them that, then they would probably be thinking like, would it really happen? Maybe like, could that have been the case like the British boy you mentioned, experimenting
Why not
already?
try it out? Maybe I can find out how it works.
Maybe it's because like the schools, they expose us to the negative side of the sexual education, like HIV and all those stuff, STDs. So like people knowing it, they know that such thing already will happen. I don't think they will dare. Like for me, I see the pictures, I'll get scared also.
So you're saying that at the age of a primary schooler's age, you should teach contraception and teach about STDs and abortion at that age.
Yeah, just give it all to them.
Give it all. Hono blows back. Okay. How about you, Roseanne? You think there is a case? Do you think there will ever be a case of too much info for a primary school kid?
In this case, I think yes.
Jamie had too much info.
Them to take.
Yeah.
It'll be a lot of new things for them, and they might want to experiment it. After all, we're all curious about everything, especially at their age. They tend to try anything. They're a bit reckless sometimes.
So, what do you think a primary school kid should know?
I think what we're doing right now, I think it's quite okay. But it also depends on our culture. If you look at the West, like US and Britain, if you teach them at this age, to them it's nothing because they probably know more than what we do. But for Asia, we are more conservative. So even if we are exposed to such what we are taught now, we tend not to do it wrongly. Because of our parents were teachers, they keep telling us it's wrong. So it just stays in your head. It's wrong.
So what do your parents say other than it's wrong? I mean, did they explain why it's wrong?
They just say it's not right to keep before you're married. I guess it's more of a religious point of view, like premarital sex and abortion, all the morality involved.
Do you all think, truthfully, personally, around what age did you get like a complete picture of sex? Like I sort of get the idea that they learn a bit at primary 5, then they learn a bit at secondary school, then their parents tell them a bit,
and the rest they fill in with their friends.
Yeah, then they have to fill in the blanks from the internet or hear from their friends, like Jamie say, we discuss among ourselves. So like at what age do you really where you can safely say that you sort of understand it and know what to do?
About 16.
16?
I guess, because I was from a girls' school, so most of the girls actually, some of them had sex already.
At 16?
So when they shared it with us, we got quite used to it. We know what was going on. We learned new stuff in a sense.
Okay.
Actually, we shouldn't be too surprised because we do know that STDs are going up, abortion rates are also going up. So it's no news to us that, we have people who have friends who had sex at 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah, I'm a prude lah.
At first, I was quite surprised when some of my ex-students told me about when they started having sex. But then after a while, it's kind of like, okay, I must be living in the dark ages because we have internet now, and the information is so, and people can go to like websites and videos so readily in the privacy of their own home.
So do you think that's the problem now? Students are getting more information from elsewhere than from, let's say, authoritative figures like their teachers and their parents first. So by the time they get it from those places, they are just like, not exciting, it's not fun.
Well, I feel that the internet would only present one side of or a very slanted side. I mean, the internet is all about how many eyeballs you can capture. So therefore, they will present whatever that people want to see, or people will click to see. Now, our position as educators is we need to show, once again, the big picture, the overview, to be able to sit down objectively and think about all the different aspects and be given all the facts. And it's not just, from one religious point of view or from one moralistic point of view. And I think school, very importantly, I think school prepares our youngsters for the future. Not only do we perpetuate what is good in society, we also prepare our youngsters for a changing society. And in Singapore, which is so open to the rest of the world, there is no way we can keep them blinded and hope for the best, because by then we would be subjecting our kids to youngsters from all over the world, and they cannot compete. And they cannot stand on their own 2 feet and says, okay, this is my point of view, this is what I know, these are the facts, and I can discuss with you openly, without fear, without cringing, without giggling, and in a mature way, and present my point of view, and at the same time be open to your point of view.
Mm-hmm. I guess what we've gleaned from today's discussion, at least, is that the level of resistance should be lowered across all levels, whether it's educator, student, or even parent, for sex education to actually work in Singapore.
Yeah, I think the important thing is that everyone has a part to play. We see like a lot of teachers saying, we do this, then parents say teachers should do this, but it really takes a lot more effort than just one side. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we'd like to thank all of you, for being on our show. And I'm glad at least to see that sex education in Singapore is on the up and up. Yeah. So thumbs up.
Okay, thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.